Good morning, dear children, and I'm back again here after summer break. And I hope that you had an amazing summer break and you all did something new and you all learned something new and you definitely used the time. I just do hope so. And here we will move on with our another segment, and that is Honeydew. From Honeydew, we are taking this chapter, Glimpses of the Past. Now, Glimpses of the Past, children, when you would see this chapter in your textbook, you would find there are some bubbles. The story has been narrated in some, sketches, through some sketches, like, there are some comic bubbles are there, and through those comic bubbles it becomes very easy for us to understand the story. But here I would like to tell you, you just go through those bubbles at your own, and here I would be describing you what is there, what does those bubbles mean to you all. Now, so we'll first begin with the summary, and the summary is we will take up the story. The chapter is dealing from a time period from 1757 to 1857. So in India of 1757, the East India Company was in a strong position as compared to the Indian princes, because Indian princes they were busy fighting among themselves. And they were very short-sighted in their approach, and they were, they would always be very mean with each other. They would sought the help of the company, East India Company, to defeat other princes. Like they were more, they were kind of, they actually got destroyed due to their own weaknesses, I would say. And this worked in favor of the company. Now, it could easily subdue these princes one after the other. However, there were some brave, kings and some brave sultans. They were who actually fought fiercely with Britishers, and one of them was Tipu Sultan. He died in the battlefield fighting the English. Now, the general reaction to the British rule was not the same everywhere. Some were, some people were thankful for the British for ushering in an era of peace, and others were bemoaning, they were really upset that the country was subjected to foreign rule. Now, 1765 to 1836. Now, the social fabric was in really bad shape. Religious leaders, they were preaching absurd practices like untouchability, child marriages. Now, what is untouchability? Untouchability is a social state where we are asked to not to touch people from certain caste and creed. Okay, and all these things were in practice, those periods. In truth, Indians had lost their self-respect, and the British scorned them. They would rebuke them, they would scold them, humiliate them. And the farmers and the artisans, they were the worst hit. They were the worst hit means like they were really in a tormented state. They were being tortured. Heavy taxes were, levied on them. Heavy taxes were levied on farmers, and the British cut the terms of expert artisans. Artisans means, artisans are these this working class, these skilled laborers. Actually, they are known as artisans. And the British used every method to make maximum profits. The imports from England became tax-free. Now, in such a scenario, there were certain leaders. I would say not the leaders. There were certain, social reformers, I would, say. And one of them was Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He was from 1772 to 1833. He understood what was wrong with his country, and he kind of tried to reform the society. He tried to bring change in the society, and he just tried to teach people that, for everyone, like the religion is the same. And he emphasized on the practical use of knowledge. And you would not believe, children, in those periods he went to England, and there he reminded the British that rulers too had a duty towards their subject. So what did he say? That he said that, okay, fine, we are your subject, we are your, we serve you, but you have some duty towards us. And he started newspapers in India. And finally, the suspicious British, they stopped the circulation of newspaper in 1823. That's all for today, and tomorrow we will finish up this chapter, and I'll give you more insight into this chapter. Thank you all.